Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
And leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Alabama.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell.
And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Second and 13. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
They'll drop the throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
They're led out by a former national champion at Ohio State, standing 6'4". It's Will Howard.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. It's brought in by Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Looking to throw. Howard. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Howard.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith.
They juked him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
They'll be brought down short of 15, but a really good move on the run. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's second and goal.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
Back to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A gain of 58 yards. And the Steelers first down.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 3. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Howard. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 6 plays got them down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Howard. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away.
Now it's right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And the Jets will take over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Malik Neighbors,
55 yards.
and the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Howard.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Catch made right side by Wilson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. A nice little juke. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Back to throw. Howard. That one taken in by Corley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Howard. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Steelers.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Howard. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Gain of 15 yards.
They'll run here with Henderson.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Howard. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Roman Wilson. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the
They'll try and throw for him. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
28 yards. That's good for a Jets.
A 1st down carry for Smith. Able to slither by. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Tootin is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Operating from the gun, Howard. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
9 yards. And the Steelers, 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Throw out wide is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Keely Ringo on the coverage.
They'll look to throw again.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Cisco on the coverage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.